So let me give you a little background first. Webbot. He hasn't done an update since April. He said he's not gonna be doing one for a little bit. Doesn't mean he ain't playing around with it and looking at stuff, obviously. So my background here, real quick, is that I've been following the Webbot for a long time. I've had conversations with Cliff, the owner of the Webbot, over the years. I feel like I'm his friend. I can say that even though I've never really met him. But he said to me one time, not that long ago, and I did a video on this. He said, dude, I hate to say this, but you're actually in my Webbot report. Very soon, immediacy data, or I forgot what the term you used, if it was immediacy or short term, near future, whatever. You're in it, and it looks like it's not a whole lot of data here, but I know it's you for sure. I cross-referenced different ways. It's you. And I think my last name was one of the things he was able to find, because in my emails, my last name's in there, my signature. And anyways, so he says it looks like you're going to have kind of a near miss of a workplace accident. So, be on the lookout or something. I'm like, wow. So I was a little nervous for like that, after I got that, I'm like, man, well, shoot, what's going to happen? Is a tree going to fall over, like where my office is? Well, there's not really a tree in that area. Well, yeah, there is actually one big oak tree. It's an old one. I'm thinking, because I sit at my desk. What could possibly happen? I don't climb up on ladders, I'm sitting at my desk on a computer. What kind of accident can possibly happen to me? I'm thinking this. Been there for, at the time, probably 9 years. Never had anything like that happen before. Or anything like any accident. And I'm like, just can't think of it. Oh, what the hell is he talking about? Maybe he's got me confused. No, he doesn't got me confused. It's me. So I'm, wondering, well, I have this computer next to me on the floor right by my foot, and it's one of the ones that has the power supply at the bottom. So it's inches away from my right foot. And it was running, I don't know how many, it was on. And the power supply shorts out. And I've been doing computers for years. I mean, working on them, repairing them, you name it, building them for so many years. I've never seen a power supply shoot arcs of, little bolts of lightning, electric arcs out of the damn thing, like trying to hit something, like it was trying to taser my foot out of control. And it made some noise, believe me. When that thing cooked, I was like, oh my, I've never seen anything like that. I had to jerk my foot away, scared the life out of me. Heart was beating on me. It was, because I could, once it made the noise and I saw it and smoking and, these electric arcs like right toward, aiming at my foot, in just an inch or two away from actually touching me. Multiple ones, it was like, holy crap, it would have knocked, knocked me up, my foot pretty good. Do I think I would have died? No. Then that's not the point. The point is, he said, the data is showing you are going to experience a workplace near miss at work, something like that. Accident. I'm like, it just didn't even dawn on me when that happened, but I stood up, I walked away, I was like, oh my God. I was like, holy crap, that was so close to my foot, man, that would have lit me up bad. And then it took me a few minutes. Oh my God, this is it. Oh my God, this is what Cliff was just talking about. Like maybe a week or two went by and it happened. It was a phenomenal Webbot hit in my own personal life for me. And it has not happened before that time, anything like that in my life, nor after to this date. Phenomenal Webbot hit for me. So he sends me a message yesterday. You're in the Webbot again, by the way. Oh, great. I'm thinking. He says, but don't be alarmed. This isn't bad news. This looks like really good news. And he says, matter of fact, I still have the email. I don't know why he titled it this way, the subject. ARG, Pirate Captain Joe. FYI, messing around with model space, processing some recent long-term data. You have appeared again. This time much better than your near miss to being called Stumpy. Now I got something saying an opportunity will be taken, and he's got these quotes around the the web keywords. So, an opportunity will be taken up by you in late 2020, maybe early 2021, that will lead you to great strides, world girdling, as you get into your productive groove as leader of this enterprise in 2024 and onward. If it seems odd, let me note that until the mid-20th century, almost all successful men, other than in times of war, were in their late 40s, early 50s before achieving success. No idea what the opportunity is, but you apparently will be struck mindful when you see it and know your destiny at that point. So ought to be easy to recognize, hopefully a enterprise captain rather than a pirate, but looks to be successful either way. Warp speed, guy. Universe likes you, Cliff. So as I'm reading that, I instantly think in my mind, I already know what this is. I think. Now, I mentioned to you guys, which in all fairness, you could say, oh, well, Cliff, I heard you say this too, and he could have just said that because of this. I mentioned recently I'm working on this remote control PC program to help you connect to someone remotely, control their mouse and keyboard, help them fix something, whatever, vice versa. Or put it on your own computer at work, from home, vice versa, that kind of thing. Which I've pretty much finished. My website is this close to being done. It is so close to being done. It'll be done this week, I think, and then it'll pretty much be ready to be used. So I've been thinking this whole time, how am I going to get this out? What kind of customers am I going to try to go after first? Should I advertise on Facebook or this place or that place? And, you know, what am I going to say? How am I going to approach people, you know, companies with this? Why it's better to use mine, you know, that sort of thing. And then it dawned on me, I had another program that I developed that is very useful to a lot of companies. And I'm thinking, man, maybe I ought to try to sell that. And if I'm talking to a customer about it, by the way, if you have a use for a remote control tool, here's another product I have. I haven't said what this other product is, which in my mind is actually superior, is the better one to do than the remote control program. And this just happened to me, this thought and me testing this theory of my own by setting up a database at a web data center to verify can this information travel back and forth at a decent speed. It's not web-based, it's a program. Enough to where I could sell this to a customer and then store the data on a, you know, the tables and stuff on a web server or on a server at a data center. And my tests were very successful, and I thought, wow, this is better than I thought. Man, I may have something here. And then another day went by, I did some more testing. I thought, oh my God, this is really what I think I need to do. This is the avenue I think I'm going to take first. I think I got something here. I didn't tell anybody about this except for one friend of mine at lunch the other day, who is not a chance in hell. He went and contacted Cliff High and said, hey, Cliff, you know, no, absolutely not. Friend that I've known since I was a kid. And thought, man, that's cool, dude. That's a, you know, it's a really good idea. That was it. So the night before, which this we're talking about yesterday, so Saturday night, I'm on my computer, 11:30ish at night, thinking about this new idea and testing some stuff on my computer. Yeah, I'm all psyched up, you know. Yeah, this is cool. Go to bed, can't go to bed. I was tired. Went to bed, lay there. I'm in this idea is in my head. I can't sleep. Yeah, it's gonna be great if I can do this. You know, this is what I can charge per month for that. Yeah, you know. And I just can't sleep. So I'm sitting there. I'm tossing there. I look over. It's freaking 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh God! And I'm not really that tired anymore. So all of a sudden I hear my wife jabbering about something in her sleep. Waterfall. What? Yeah, the waterfall. What waterfall? The one on Jurassic Park, the movie we just saw? Yeah, that waterfall. Are you even awake? Finally, she wakes up. She's like, oh, I was talking to my sleep? Yeah, you're talking about some damn waterfall. Thought you were like talking to me. Oh, no, what are you talking about? I don't know, you're telling me about some waterfall. We just saw them jump off a waterfall in Jurassic World. And I asked you if that's what you were talking about. You said, yeah, and couldn't tell what you were saying. Oh, I must have been dreaming or something. So now she's awake too. So I'm like, yeah, man, I can't sleep. I'm thinking about this thing, you know, this program. And so, yeah, I talked to her for a little bit about it. And then we finally both were able to go to sleep, I guess. Because I seemed like shortly after that we finally went to sleep. But anyway, so this is Saturday night. I'm in my mind, I'm now set. Okay, I can do this. This new program, it's going to work. I think I got something here. So Sunday I wake up, still thinking about it. You know, yeah, great. Well, it's Father's Day and all that stuff. We're going to go out and have lunch. So while I'm having lunch with my family, wife and kids, waiting for the food to come, I'm just checking the emails, see if anything, you know, any important emails are in here or whatever. My work emails, usually the one I use. Oh, here's one from Cliff High. Out of nowhere, I didn't email him, so hey, you know, he's got something to tell me. Cool. Which he does from time to time. Sometimes he'll see my video and comment on it and say something. But, so I read that, what I just read you. I said, oh my, there is no chance in hell I just received this email from him after last night coming to the conclusion for sure this new program I have in my mind is that deal that I can sell, you know, to customers. It's very useful. And he's going to send me this email. I didn't talk to anybody about it. Again, I had a brief conversation at lunch on Friday with a friend of mine, personal friend for years. There's no chance he has ever even reached out to Cliff High or anybody. Period. No chance that happened. And that happens, right? So I'm like, my mind is blown at that point while I'm sitting there. I'm like, Evelyn, look at what this email, I'll read it to you. What are the chances that last night, you know, we're up late last night talking about this thing? Cliff High didn't know we were up last night at 2 a.m. talking about this, trust me. He just sent me this email about long-term data from years from now. I replied right away, Cliff, I think I might know what this already is. I think I might know. It's either one or both of these programs that I have, you know, one or the other or both, that ultimately take off and I make some kind of company in the several years from now to come. So that blew my mind. I'm going to tell you something else, which also happened within days of this event, you know, a few days ago. I get an email. By the way, let me just say now, Luis. I'm about to talk about our email. So he mentioned a surprise potentially for somebody. If that somebody's listening, turn it off. Because I'm going to expose our secret, our plans. So I get an email. Some of you remember the video I did, a little parody. I haven't done a parody in a long time, honestly. I know that. But I've done a few little parodies, videos, whatever, songs. And one of them was Pink's song, Just Give Me a Reason. It was about J.P. Morgan stealing all the gold and silver and whatever. And I needed a nice female voice to do the karaoke cover for it so that I can sing with. You know, basically to hide my crappy voice somewhat, and to have you know, the song has a man and a woman in it, so I needed that. So Lewis contacts me. Hey, my daughter, I think she's 12 or 13. I don't remember what age she was at the time. He says, man, she's got a pretty good voice, and she loves that freaking song, and I think she'll do this for you. I was like, oh, cool. So I said, you know, here's the karaoke version, and have her sing the words to it, you know, in the background. So he did, and it was really good. So I'm like, oh, sweet. So I used that in my parody. And so that was that. So he contacts me last week, like literally, I want to say Friday, I think. So almost the same day I'm having the conversation at lunch with my friend about this program, he contacts me through email. Hey, we're going to be in Orlando the weekend of 4th of July and then that next week. Man, I'd love to just, you know, go out, hang out for a couple hours or something, have a drink, whatever, just chat with you, man, you know. I'm like, yeah, okay. I think I can try to make that happen. But he tells me his schedule. I'm like, well, I got to work. So Monday through Friday, I'm kind of out. I'm not going to get, I'm not going to get in my car and drive, an hour through rush hour traffic to Orlando and then back on a work night. That's not going to happen. But he's coming on Sunday, leaving on Saturday. I could use one of those 2 days. I definitely could do that. So before I even reply to him, I thought to myself, maybe I could just take a Monday off work. So Sunday and then Monday I'm off work. I'll book a room at the Nickelodeon Hotel and then just meet up with them. My kids love that place, a little water park inside. We'll just have a Sunday, Monday thing, and I'll meet up with him wherever he's at in Orlando, because now I'm real close to him at that point. And I don't have to worry about going back to home through work, all that crap, rush hour traffic. So I didn't say anything to him. I just went and looked. Are there rooms available? Yes, there are apparently enough rooms. So I didn't book them yet because I wanted to ask the wife, what's it looking like on that Sunday? Should we go? Do you want to go? And I said, all right, yeah, maybe Sunday we can meet up, Either that or that Saturday. He goes, well, Sunday when we get there, that'll probably be a third date. I'm going to be booking a room at the Nickelodeon Hotel, and we can just meet up somewhere in that area. He's telling me this. You gotta be kidding me. I already just got off the internet looking at rooms at the Nickelodeon Hotel. Tell me that's a coincidence. So I replied back to him, dude, I was seriously just looking at Nickelodeon Hotel because I think I'm gonna get a room for a night. If we're gonna let the kids have a good time. He says, yeah, my kids are excited about Nickelodeon. They're going there. They're really psyched about that. I believe his kids are a little older, a bit older than mine, but still, regardless, what are the chances of that? So that happened Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday I went ahead and booked the room, and then I had this thing happen from Cliff High. Pure coincidence again, right? Is this not something like knocking on your door? Hey, there's some things happening. Pay attention, So I just want to share that. I got to run. Take care.